rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. And open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Enter, rejoice and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice and come in.
Woohoo! Enter, rejoice, and come in, beloveds. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so good to be with you this morning as we kick off the new church year. Woohoo! As is the custom of our faith tradition, in this service we will participate in a water communion ritual. And so many of you are very familiar with that. If you're not, you're in for a treat, and you don't need to have done it before to know how to do it. So with me today and leading service, our Director of Lifespan Religious Enrichment, Judith Stein-Farrall, our Music Director, Aubrey, Connelly-Candelario, along with the Chalice Choir, accompanies Daniella, Monzon-Villegas, and drummer Jacob Hike. We will also have Catherine Vaquero as worship assistant, board president-elect Beth Tura, board member Michael Lewis, and of course, Let's not forget all the teams and all the people working in the background to make all this possible, who make it possible, not just today for us to gather in sacred space, but throughout the whole church year. So thank you so much, all of you in the background. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We greet you this morning, online and in person, old friends and new ones, as we explore our Unitarian Universalist faith, which draws us into community of justice seekers with a commitment to lifelong spiritual growth and compassionate service to the community. Whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday in our midst, you are welcome here. Whoever you are, whoever you love, you are welcome here. In this community, your whole self is welcome. We welcome your race, national origin, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, physical or mental abilities, economic status, or religious background. We welcome you. And more words of welcome now from our board president-elect, Beth Tura, on behalf of the 1U Board of Trustees.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Orlando. My name is Beth Tura. I'm a board member and your president-elect. We are entering a new church year, and with that, new opportunities to build community await. Some of us are bringing our best selves, and some of us are bringing our struggling selves. All of us are welcome here, and all of us are loved. And I want to add one more thing. I want to say welcome to the people at home, and welcome to all you newcomers. It's nice meeting you this morning. Thanks.
We, as always, have several special announcements today. Religious education. Reverend Margalie's The Bible and Us class will be Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. in Classroom A. There is childcare during that time that benefits both the class and choir practice, so maybe you can turn out for choir as well. We have canceled children's choir practice today to allow all to have time for the potluck. Our potluck will follow this worship service, as is our custom here at 1U, and all are welcome to partake, whether you brought food or not. Our worship hive mind after the potluck, please join the 1U worship team in the assembly room at 12:15 for a hive mind conversation on how you'd like to worship this coming year. Next Sunday is Sally's Sunday. 1U's Fellowship Committee and 1U's Alphabet Soup Fellowship invite you to a special screening event of National Geographic's documentary film, Sally, the 24th, starting at 12 p.m. with pizza and snacks, followed by a screening in the assembly room. This film tells the story of America's first woman astronaut to travel into space and her challenges balancing her professional career with her personal life as a lesbian. RSVP at fellowship@orlandouu.org. Sunday for Solar Power is also next Sunday. The Green Team invites you on September 21st to wear yellow or our 1U t-shirts for a photo op at the Labyrinth immediately following worship. Like Earth Day, Sunday is a day for celebrating the power of the sun and supporting solar. The photo will be shared on social media in solidarity for this day of action. For more information about our congregation, go to orlandouu.org or email us at orlandouu.org. You can now find a link to our weekly update in our electronic order of service, which can be found through the QR code shown above. And now we will do our chalice lighting. Come on up, Michael. Michael is 10 years old. He goes to Sable Point Elementary. He loves playing video games, and he loves reading Harry Potter. So, Michael will light the chalice while I read these special words for our ceremony today. The words by Katie Geffold were especially chosen for our water communion this morning. We light this chalice as a symbol of reunion. We reunite in the sanctuary to share the flow of our hearts with one another. We gather in ritual to celebrate our fountains of joy, to hold each other through storms of grief, to guide one another through rapids of transformation, to rest together on ponds of stillness. Together, we honor the spirit of water, its many forms, and its life-giving essence. Thank you, Michael. And now, let's take a moment to greet one another as we always do.
Catherine Vaquero and I will call us to worship with a spacious welcome by Reverend Sherry Woodbury. Welcome who come in friendship, who long for genuine community.
May you be graciously received here as your authentic self.
Welcome who come in curiosity, full of questions, or simply open.
May you embrace wonder and encounter new delights.
Welcome who come heavy with fatigue, weary with troubles of the world or the troubles of your particular life.
And I have lost my place. Thank you. May you rest and be filled in this sacred space.
Welcome, who come with joy for flowing rivers and gentle breeze, for changing skies and great trees.
May the grace of the world leave a lasting imprint on you.
Welcome, who come with thanks for the altruism of the earth and the gift of human care.
May your grateful heart overflow and bless those around you.
Come, let us celebrate together this wondrous life. And beloveds, come, let us worship together. And we have something fun for you.
All righty. We're going to keep the kids in their seats today, but we're all going to participate. We love our sunshine here in Florida, at least I do. It energizes me. But there's also something wonderful, just wonderful about sitting back during a thunderstorm and just letting the water come down and the storm happen. So we're going to make our own rainstorm today. Ready? You're just going to do what I tell you to do. Everybody ready to follow directions? Yes. I know Unitarians love that. Okay. All righty. Start by rubbing your hands together like this. Now snap your fingers like this. Now pat your thighs softly. Softly. Now pat them harder. Now clap your hands quietly. Now clap your hands louder. Now while you're clapping, go boom. Oh, what storm sounds. And now slowly clap your hands quieter. And pat your thighs loudly. And pat your thighs quietly. And snap. Your hands together. As the storm comes to an end. Thank you very much.
Greetings, beloveds. I'm the Reverend Dr. Sofia Betancourt, and it remains my privilege to serve as president of your Unitarian Universalist Association. As we gather at the beginning of a new congregational year, we know that our shared ministries unfold in challenging and complex times. Yet we also know that our tradition teaches that love's reach is expansive enough to include everyone, that no one is excluded from worth and dignity, and that this love that we put at the center of our faith has the power to overcome the fear that silences and stills us. As my colleague C.B. Beale has said, we must be intentional about moving fear out of the center and replacing it with love over and over again, as often as is necessary. May we continue to do this work of centering love across our faith and in our own communities, and in all that this congregational year may bring. May we lift one another up as we continue to meet this moment together.
Where we are in Unitarian Universalism in this moment is unique. We've named and claimed a set of shared values that define us and that can help us live into a faithful engagement with the values themselves.
I think people aren't looking for answers, right? But they're looking for authentic community, moral grounding, and a vision, right? Rooted in hope and action. So I think right now, our values compel us, all of us, not just us ministers, but lay leaders and congregants alike, to speak uncomfortable truths and to hold space for healing at the same time.
It's more important than ever for our congregations and our buildings to be a sanctuary of radical welcome. We need to be asking, what are your access needs? What do you need to be included here? Because we need each other. We need everyone.
One of the ways we do that, I think, in congregations is creating communities of collective care, doubling down on our efforts to check in on one another. Sometimes that's cards and calls and meals, and sometimes it's much more than that, showing up for our partners in the community and those collective circles of care.
And when you fall in love with our justice movements and the people who power them, I think we find that together we are stronger, we're larger, we're more generous, and more connected.
At a moment when the world is in denial of the sacredness of all life, the democratic process, and of the need to deal with change, that we have to stand firm as UUs and stand on our moral ground, stand on what we believe, and we have to get into the fight, and we have to lead the fight from that place.
I believe that one of our most pressing tasks as Unitarian Universalists is to claim religion loudly, boldly, unapologetically, in public, and join together with other liberal religions to tell a different story of faith from the one that white Christian nationalists are telling. They have spent decades twisting and perverting religion, poisoning people with a theology of scarcity and fear, all for the sake of building political power. It is essential for us to not cede religion to the far right.
In big and small ways, we need to be continually asking ourselves, what is love calling me to do in this moment? What is love calling my congregation to do?
And I really do believe that is our universalist core that says there's no one outside of the circle of love, and we're going to fight for every single one of us, because collective liberation is the vision that flows from the belief that love is at the center.
Love is stronger than strength. Just as gentleness conquers hate. Deep in her wisdom I sank. Deep from her womb I drank. Where my ancestors prayed for rain and blessed the tears upon my face. Where Rumi said silently, Shams, Shams, can you see? There is a river beneath me, and I am a water bird. Where Siddhartha said to me, my sufferings born of resistance and attachment. Oh, but I want to have it out of envy or out of habit. But there is another way, a noble one of flow, of returning to everything I already know. Where I asked the Prince of Peace to baptize me, he said the kingdom of God is already within me. Drinking deeply, where I asked the Ganges, when all that's left of me is but a drop of water clinging to a rock, should I fight it desperately? My will to this life, the most essential part of me? And so she whispered in colorful ripples, you will not live on, but be dissolved by the sun to be the breath of the gods. I had a vision at a retreat when I was meditating silently. When eternity calls and I begin to dissolve, deeper and deeper I'll sink. Ribbons of light undressing me, deeper and deeper I'll sink, her bubbles dissolving at my feet, my body becoming bubbles, until there's nothing left of me. And slowly, so slowly, long after my breath stopped, and the bubbles begin to pop, until all that's left is the smallest one. And when it pops, I become nothing and everything all at once. Your water and my water are one. Your water, my water, the same blood, the same life, the same love.
Good morning. My name's Michael Lewis, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. We invite you now into the practice of generosity. It is one of our spiritual values which sustains the life and ministries of the church community. Let us be grateful for the opportunity to give, for it is a privilege to be able to do so. And let us be grateful for our needs, for they give us the opportunity to practice receiving. Today's full collection will go to the ministries of this congregation. You may also support this month's Share the Plate partner, Innocence Project Florida. Please use the link in the newsletter or on the screen to donate directly to them. Just let one you know that you have donated. The offering will now be collected, and please note you can donate online. Let us joyfully receive what is offered here today in the spirit of gratitude and fellowship.
This is the time in our service that we set aside for deep sharing of our hearts and for prayer and meditation. Each week we make space to share our joys and sorrows, the places of lightness and heaviness in our lives. We do this not only to express what is in our hearts, in our own hearts, but to remind one another that no one journeys alone. So if you have a sorrow that you need witness or help with, or have a joy you wish to share, please do contribute to a collective sharing of joys and sorrows, and then we share this with the congregation during this time, the service. You can do so during the week by emailing us at joysandsorrows@orlandou.org. If you're attending in person, you can fill out a card. Usually we have cards that at the welcome table, where our wonderful welcomers make sure that we get whatever you want to share up here. Usually we have a candle lighting ritual where you could silently share what's in your heart. However, today we are doing our water communion ritual, which we'll be getting into in just a few minutes, and therefore this is the ritual we'll do today. So, bring your joys, bring your sorrows as we come together. Beloveds, come just as you are, because your whole self is welcome into this sacred space we are creating together. We have these beautiful flowers there that were provided by, there they are, by Rebecca and Mike Wright in honor of the Water Communion service and our interconnectedness. Thank you. We also have, this is kind of lighter. So we have this note from Haven, my sorrow, there's a sorrow and a joy. And the last year I have lost my best friend, my partner, who was laid off and had a cardiac event. So it sounds like it has been quite a year for you, Haven. And there's a joy too that this community has been there and and I read this before, but I forgot what I noticed, so sorry. This community and others have had my back. And we also know in the larger world community that there is so much going on. This particular event I want to mention because there was a post on our blog, the Charlie Kirk murder. Somebody posted on one of our online platform that it's because of rhetoric from people like us that this killings like this happen. So in case this is unclear to anyone, we do not promote violence, and we do, of course, advocate for justice and want to see a just and equitable world, but we don't, this is not something that we would promote. And we also hold our communities, both near and far, and our country with care, and the world with compassion, by acting for justice in all the small and large ways that will move the arc of the universe toward justice. And for all the joys and sorrows of this community, our country, and the world, for all the joys that have been shared and all the joys that we keep close to our hearts, let us pray, let us celebrate, and let us send one another healing energy. And I ask you now if you could sit a little bit more comfortably than you are now, relax your body, or position yourself as you would in times of prayer and meditation. Spirit of life, holy wellspring that flows through all things, we give thanks for this gathered community. Life streams that converge to form a river. We bring the waters of our lives, our joys and our sorrows, our gratitude and our longing. Here in this shared flow, may we find strength. Here in this beloved community, may we find belonging. When the rapids are swift, may we steady one another. When the waters are calm, may we find rest and renewal. And always may we remember that together we are part of a living, giving life stream. I invite us now into a quiet moment, each heart like a still pond, open to what wisdom may arise. I invite you into a time of silent meditation. Beloveds, community, again, welcome to a new church year. If you're joining us online and you haven't had a chance to get some water for your participation in this ritual, please get some now. Each year brings its own tides, moments of joy and celebration, moments of challenge and change, moments that call us to show up with courage and compassion. Our theme for this year is meeting the moment. This month, we began with building belonging, like rivers joining or rain returning to the sea. Belonging is something we create together. It is the flow of our hearts into shared community, sometimes rushing, sometimes still, but always life-giving. And so today in our ritual of water communion, we remember that each of us brings something essential. Each drop is unique, and together we become a source of renewal, strength, and hope. So come as you are into this community, curious, joyful, weary, grateful. But together we will meet this moment. Together we will build belonging, and together, like water, we will flow into the future we are creating side by side. In our ritual, we bring water from a place that ideally has some special significance to us, or we use water that is made available to you to represent such a place. We then combine waters together. This communion is symbolic of our shared faith coming from many different sources and represent our commitment to continue seeking for truth and meaning and community together. It also speaks to our connectedness to one another, to the totality of life, and to our own place on this planet. The way this will work is I will start by pouring water from the jar that's on this table here, and this is water that goes back as far as over 30 years. Don't worry, we boil it. You will then come up as you are willing and able to add to this water. And once we have all added this water, as I mentioned, at some point we boil it and we keep it, and sometimes we use it during rituals throughout the church year, like especially during baby and child dedication rituals here. And we use it to bless our children. So before we start communing our waters, let's first take a moment to reflect on the water you will be pouring in the communal bowl. Whether it's water you brought with you today or water you will pour from one of the pitchers here. So take a moment and quietly reflect on these two questions. What is the meaning of that water to you? What does it symbolize? So just you thinking of whatever water you brought with you or whatever water you will pour from that, what does that water mean to you? What does it symbolize? As you reflect on this, in just a couple of seconds, I will ask you to turn to a neighbor and take a few minutes to share about your water or the meaning of the water you will have brought if you did not bring water with you today. So, if you would turn to a person next to you and just share, use these three questions as prompts. Where does your water come from? Why is it important to you? And how do you hope to build belonging this year? So let us, I hope everyone had a chance to share or at least meditate on the water you either brought or when you are pouring water in here, what it will symbolize. Let us begin. Like I said, I will first pour the water in this jar in there, and if you will come in through the two middle aisles, like as you do when we do the candle lighting ritual, just come and pour water in. Let's make space for one another as people enter into the line, okay? So, got it. And now let us bless this water from all of us with this blessing by Reverend Renoir Hominy. I invite you, if you are comfortable with that, holding your hand forward towards the water. And please say these words. I will read some words, and then when I point to you like this, you will read the words up here. It is made sacred by the many hands that have poured it with intention and love, the many stories that each drop contains, the many lives surrounding it, and this unique moment connected by commitment and faith. May it continue to flow through this community with shining reflections of the unique gifts that flow through each of its members. May it continue to nourish this community with sustaining hope as we journey together through ripples of growth and change. May it continue to bless this community with loving reminders of our collective responsibility to one another and the world. May its ripples be a reminder that the changes and growth within this community bring movement and transformation to the world beyond our doors. May its purity offer grace to our community and the willingness to forgive ourselves and one another when we make mistakes. In moments when we are confused or uncertain, may it bring us clarity of purpose and commitment. In moments when the reservoirs of hearts and spirits are drained by sorrow or pain, may it nourish them with the knowledge that we are surrounded by a deep and abundant love. This water is sacred. And beloveds, let us sing our closing hymn, a favorite here, Blue Boat Home. The words will be posted on the screen above. Before I say the benediction, remember we have a potluck after the service, so everyone's welcome. And to hive mind that the worship team will be leading in the assembly room at 12:15. May we go forth like water, flowing with courage, carrying one another with compassion, and meeting each moment with hearts that build belonging. Beloveds, worship has ended, and now the service truly begins. And over the next week, as we have been saying all of last year, and even over the summer and now, that we have a special moment we are working on meeting. So I am inviting you, as your call to action, to really rest, because the work ahead of us is plentiful. Rest, spend time with beloveds, just really what it is, the things that you know will rejuvenate your heart, your spirit. Do those things, because we have much work ahead of us. So extinguish our chalice. Here it is.
Mine. Please say these words with me as we extinguish this flame. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry into the world until we are together again.
So all summer, I cleaned, I exercised 5 days a week. Didn't lose a single pound. Not 1 pound.